Good morning all, hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe. It's Monday the 11th of May. Earlier this morning, Shanghai Disneyland opened. I've got a small clip of that coming up, the opening ceremony. I am actually looking at doing the whole live stream, bar the bits that are boring. That's pretty much car crash TV. Watch out for that coming up later this morning. In the news today, we've got Florida cases and US cases, both edging down. In Florida now we're in the second week of phase 1, which might mean next Monday, if we're still trending downwards, we get to phase 2. So I'm talking about a recap of what happens in phase 2, what we can do in phase 2. There's an analyst talking about a potential July opening for the Disney parks based on his research. And will City Walk open today? No news, no official news from Universal. Still people have been told to come into work, so I'm going to be keeping a really close eye on that today. And if it is open, I'm going to try and get down there later today, this evening sometime, and bring you some footage of that and seeing what is open. But yeah, no official news. That's it for the news headlines. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll get this 6 days a week usually. If you do subscribe already, again, please hit that notification bell. I see that about 25% of people who are subscribed are doing that. So thanks for subscribing, but please hit that notification bell and you'll get this every day. Okay, let's get to the news. Shanghai Disneyland reopened this morning and we've got a small clip of the opening ceremony coming up right now. Evening, so we've come down to Celebration. It's the old Disney town, which is now not a Disney town anymore, but still retains that kind of old world feel. If you've never been down here before, I'd highly recommend it. It's a real good walk when it's summertime. Christmas time is fantastic. They have the snowfall every night at Christmas time. At the moment, obviously, there's nobody here. It's just empty. Some people walking down there, just doing their strolling around. Taitani is actually open, so the Taitani is the Thai restaurant at the top of the main street. It's open, dining from 11 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 at night, also doing curbside. You can see that lady there is actually cleaning the table, which is great. The tables are supposed to be 6 feet apart, or the seats are supposed to be 6 feet apart. You can also get alcohol in there, but you've got to take it away. Sweet Escape, I think, has closed down for good, unfortunately. That's the bakery deli at the top of the street as well, as closed. There's actually not much open. It is gone 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening, so I guess some of these things are closed anyway. Imperium's open. The people are sitting outside eating. Upper Crust is open too. Over there, Upper Crust. Remember that restaurants can only be 25% capacity seating inside, and the tables have to be 6 feet apart outside. Oh, that's a pity. Market Street Diner's closed for a while. Hopefully they'll be open soon. You get a really good breakfast in here. There's a little map of Celebration. There used to be a cinema in Celebration, and we went here a couple of times, and I guess not many people did because it shut down some time ago. You can still see the ticket booth there, and that's about it. There's not much else to see around here. Only Kilwin's, ice cream, chocolate and fudge, and that's where we're going to go right now and grab some ice cream. Across the lake there, that's the hotel. There's Kilwin's waffle makers. Now they've got the 6 feet distancing tapes on the ground. This is Kilwin's. This is a chocolate sweet collection, which is pretty tasty.
White chocolate? Yeah, not white chocolate. No.
And they've got chocolate covered apples over there. Chocolate covered apples.
The other one's going to be both similar.
Yeah. So Christina got chocolate and peanut butter, Gemma got cookie dough, and I got sea salt caramel. Total's about $16. So we're going to tuck into these now. It's not a bad place to be actually. There's the lake over there and the hotel. There's worse places to be. I do have my mask on. I had it on in the shop, so I can do that now. This is what it's going to be like in Disney World. Mask on. When are you going to eat? Mask off. Yeah. Brave new world. Brave new world. So we've had our walk around Celebration. It makes a change from walking around the neighbourhood, I guess. It's great to come down here. I do like Celebration. Okay, that's it. I guess I'll see you for the news very, very soon. Cheers, bye. US daily cases on Saturday were 25,524 and on Sunday 20,329. That's the lowest since March the 29th. In Florida on Saturday we had 809 cases and on Sunday 595. They're both up on Friday but still trending downwards. Yesterday was the end of phase 1 of reopening Florida and talk is now turning towards phase 2. Let's just recap on what the federal government's guidelines are on phase 2. Not forgetting that these slides were presented on April the 16th. I'm not sure that if they were presented now, this would be the same advice. The guidance includes providing precautionary measures for social settings of more than 50 people, and also that non-essential travel can resume. In phase 2, teleworking is still encouraged and my office is still under mandatory stay at home. Schools can reopen, although hours are remaining shut through the end of the year, which is May the 27th. Large venues can open, such as movie theatres, and theme parks can also open under phase 2. Elective surgeries have already recommenced in Florida. Gyms and bars can open in phase 2. Although Governor DeSantis' executive order gives no timeline for the commencement of phase 2, it's generally held that there was a 2-week period between phase 1 and phase 2 if cases were going down. On May the 3rd, Florida had 615 cases, and on May the 4th, it had 819 cases. And since that point, we are trending downwards. Analyst Bernie McTernan from Rosenblatt Securities says that Walt Disney World could reopen on July the 22nd if they follow what Disneyland Shanghai have done. That, he says, is 44 days ahead of his firm's previous forecast. Finally, I spoke about this during the week. This is the potential reopening of Universal City Walk today. While Disney have made a formal announcement for the opening of Disney Springs on May the 20th, Universal Orlando has made no such announcement for City Walk. Does this mean a soft opening for City Walk today, or are they now on the same timeline as Disney for Disney Springs? The Shanghai Disneyland opening this morning, not to capacity. The capacity of Shanghai Disneyland Park is 80,000. It opened at under 30% today, and it did look fairly empty. However, that video I'm going to bring you later, you've got to watch it through your fingers. It doesn't make great watching in terms of social distancing, people wearing masks, some cast members not wearing masks. Just the whole thing kind of now fills me with a bit of dread as to what's going to happen on day one over here in America. But have a watch, see what you think later. I'll put it up later. The caseloads for US and Florida don't seem to be going up. They do seem to be trending downwards, which is great news, as a lot of states now are into phase one reopening. Now, we're still probably a week away of understanding what does that mean for new cases because of the reopening. But, as of now, still good news for caseload. The phase two reopening, bringing theatres into it, possibly bringing theme parks into it. I do think that in hindsight, would the same advice be given from April to now? And I think they'd probably slow things down now, but let's see what Governor DeSantis and Mayor Demings are going to say to it later this week, because there's going to be again pressure on them to do something, either say no, we're holding off, or yes, we're going into phase two. So that's going to be interesting news coming through the week. The analyst about July, his guess is as good as anybody's. He's done an extrapolation probably of the dates coming from closure of Shanghai to opening of Shanghai, and he's now putting that into America. We'll see. He was saying July 22nd. I still think it's going to be earlier in July. I still have this July 1st date in my head. I'm kind of still holding on to that for the moment, but we'll see. And then City Walk. So still rumours about City Walk opening today, nothing concrete. I kind of think they won't do it even on a soft opening, just because Disney aren't doing it, but then they might want to steal a march on Disney. Again, all up in the air a little bit. How many shops or restaurants will open in City Walk if they do open today? I've only heard of a couple. But then again, there's only 3 restaurants opening in Disney Springs next week, unless they announce more this week. So again, close eye being kept on Universal City Walk today, and I will get you that footage if I can get down there today, if it does open today. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care for now. Cheers. Bye bye.